Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new release day here on the channel. We're going to take a look at the brand new release on Century Media Records today from a little power trio from Ventura, California that call themselves Night Demon. The album is Outsider. This is, I guess, you could say this is their third full-length release, although this is pretty short. This is barely over a half hour long, but it does everything it needs to do. It's kind of a concept album, right? It's kind of a story about a guy named Johnny, right, and all the weird goings on in his life. In fact, they give you before we get into that, let's take a look at it before I get too deep in here. Kind of cool, menacing cover artwork here. All right. Little digipack thing going on, and we've got the booklet, which of course has basically tells you the whole storyline, right? And then you get the actual lyrics to the songs. Okay, so, and of course in the bands we've got Jarvis Leatherby on vocals, lead vocals, and bass. You got Armand John Anthony on guitar, keyboards, backing vocals. Dusty Squires on drums and backing vocals. All music written by the band. Published by Zero Gunner and Abjuration Music. Right. So again, it's kind of cool if you love like horror films, horror books, that sort of thing. Definitely get to read the kind of the introduction here to the whole storyline. It's pretty cool, pretty creepy. But you know, the band has always done these kind of like kind of new wave of British heavy metal, traditional metal style music with kind of like dark lyrics, horror film theme lyrics and things like that. You know, of course, their first full-length CD was called Curse of the Damned, and Darkness Remains was their second. So they released Year of the Demon, a year and a half ago, something like that. And that was more kind of like a weird little compilation, had some cover songs, had a couple new tracks, that sort of thing. More of kind of like a stopgap for their next full-length, which is Outsider. So like I said, this is... it's fairly short. You've got 9 tracks on here, not including the little prelude, which opens up the album, right? But then you've got the excellent title track, Outsider, which is one of the strongest tracks on the album. There's actually some really great stuff on here. And again, the music, if you're not familiar with Night Demon, they definitely take their sound from like early 80s metal. So think of all the great new wave of British heavy metal bands, Iron Maiden, Satan, and all the, Tigers of Pantang, all that sort of thing, along with the great U.S. classic metal bands. Right, from think of Riot and a lot of that stuff, and there have been bits of thrash and speed metal in their music, but at its core, it's just classic metal. 3 guys, right? Great guitar riffs, speedy riffs, slower riffs, great solos, that sort of thing. There's little bits of Thin Lizzy in here. There's certainly Armored Saints, all that kind of stuff. It's all kind of blended in. Great old school feel. Obsidian, terrific track. You got Beyond the Grave, Rebirth. What's interesting on this album is like there are a couple of songs that are a little slower, dirgier, almost kind of doomy, which is kind of neat. But they also mix up the arrangements. I really like quite a bit. Escape from the Beyond is terrific. Track number 7 is Awake, not one word, Awake, Awake. Excellent stuff. And again, kind of slower, doomier passages mixed with the faster stuff. Great melodic vocals. The vocals, I think, are really strong on this album. And then perhaps my favorite song on it is track number 8, The Wrath, which is just absolutely excellent. Great guitar riffing going on. Lots of great soloing happening on here. But these songs are very catchy and memorable, even though most of this album is really pretty heavy. But excellent stuff. And then you get a little bonus track called The Last Day, which I don't think is tied to the storyline of the rest of the album. But that's just a fast and furious kind of speed metal banger. Really, really cool stuff. But it's a pretty quick song. So, a brief album, but a really, really good one. Like I said, sometimes a 30, 35-minute long album that's really tight and holds well together is better than an hour-long album that, meanders a bit in spots and has a little bit of fluff, right? There's no fluff going on here. This is just, other than the prelude thing that opens up the album, it's like boom, 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 boom. And you get varying degrees in tempos and fast riffing, slower riffing, lots of blazing guitar solos, really strong vocals, and memorable songs. That's the important thing. So yeah, I mean, as far as like traditional style metal, you cannot go wrong with this. Night Demon's Outsider, out now on Century Media Records. Check it out. I know all you old school folks will just absolutely love this. But it's, the great thing about Night Demon is like, you can hear like their influences and bits of this band, that band kind of all pieced together, but they don't like sound 100% like anybody else. They've got their own style, which I think is really cool. And, more importantly, their music just cranks, and it's really memorable. So I'm digging this. 4.5 out of 5 star. Night Demon, Outsider. Excellent, excellent stuff. Check it out and visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, we've got the links to our Ko-Fi page down below for channel donations, as well as our merch page. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pete Pardo. See you real soon here on the channel with more stuff. Right till then, let us know what you think of Outsider by Night Demon, and we'll see you real soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.